My name's Dave Spangler. I've got three kids, 14, 12, and 9, and I have a beautiful wife, and I've been blessed with all that. And I think a lot of that blessing has come to me from the Lord. I grew up in Pennsylvania and went to grade school and high school in a Catholic education. My first job out of school was working at a rectory with a very influential priest who spent the time and attention on me and my family. When I was younger, actually, people used to say that Dave kid might end up becoming a priest. Actually, at times I had thought about that earlier in my life, but God had a different plan for me. He wanted me to go on and marry and have children of my own and raise and become a father. And as I became a father throughout my life in my early days, my wife and I had to begin to make decisions on where we sent our kids to school. And there was lots of prayers around that. And right after we got married, my mother-in-law passed away suddenly. And she got to meet our first daughter, and she was extremely religious. And as we were thinking about where we would send her to school, ironically enough, she lived directly behind the Blessed Edmunds location here. And as she came of age and we went around and looked at different schools, as we continued to pray about what was right for us in Catholic education, for my wife and I, it was a no-brainer. It was how we instill the values and virtues of our children that our parents did for us, right? And that goes into sacrifices that they made, both physical sacrifice of driving us 20 minutes each way to school, monetary sacrifices, as well as spiritual sacrifices and saying of different things that we would tell our friends and family of where we were going to school. So the community in which we have been involved in here at Blessed Edmunds and the Little Servant Sisters, it was a natural fit for us. As a father of three kids, when you take your children into school for the first time, it's probably the first time that many of us have relinquished the control of our kids to somebody else outside of our own immediate family. That's a scary thought. It's a really scary thought. As you have children of your own that you want to make sure that they're taken care of the minute that they leave your house, that they're going to have somebody that cares and nurtures them throughout the entire day and instills the same values that you try to bring in at your house. And when I came here with Sister Sophie and the Blessed Edmunds team, that's what brought it all together for us. It brought together a lot of our upbringings, my wife and I's upbringings within the Catholic education. It felt like a natural fit for us. There were lots of times of prayer of saying, are we going to do things differently? Or should we continue on the path that was set forth by us by our parents? Naturally for us, we were fortunate enough to meet the Little Servant Sisters, the Blessed Edmunds, and it really did change our trajectory, I think in many different ways. One of my best friends is Sister Sophie. And she instilled from the minute I met her, I have a very good close priest friend, and Sister Sophie are my two mentors in life from a spiritual perspective. There's nobody more giving and there's nobody more caring than somebody like her and the sisters that surround her today. They've been with us during tough times. They've been with us through joyous times, through the celebration of sacraments for our parents, whether it's funerals, marriages, communions. They have been there through it all with us and continue to show and demonstrate why we chose Catholic education here. Since that time, I've actually spent a lot of time with Sister here in the office and volunteered my time, whether it's doing landscaping and helping the snow get done, to even managing some of their financial accounts here. Sister Sophie and the team here has demonstrated to why we chose Catholic education. And we continue to pray every day and how fortunate we are and have been to meet Sister and the team here, and God has sent us here. So much so that my kids have been out of this school and out of this environment right now for almost close to 7 or 8 years. But every day, Sister and I talk, we text and connect. I'm very blessed and very fortunate to be where I am in my life and with a loving family. And I know that's due to my close relationship with God and with Jesus, as well as the partnership that we've had with the rest of our community here within Blessed Edmunds and the Little Servant Sisters.